Forged in fire, assembled with steel, and powered by the atom, America's aircraft carriers are the largest moving war machines ever built. Each one is a floating city, stretching longer than 3 football fields, home to more than 5,000 sailors. But behind the roar of jets and the power of missiles lies a story few ever see, a brutal process of steel, fire, and precision. One mistake in this process could sink the unsinkable. Every carrier begins far from the ocean, in the heart of a steel mill. Iron ore, limestone, and coke are poured into blast furnaces, heated until they glow white-hot. Molten steel cascades like rivers of fire, filling molds that harden into slabs. These slabs are rolled thinner and longer, then cut by machines with diamond precision. Each plate is thicker than a man's chest, designed to withstand the weight of fighter jets and the crushing power of the sea. Engineers join these plates into sections called blocks, some weighing as much as 900 tons. Welders crawl along seams the length of city streets, torches blazing, their faces glowing in the sparks. Ultrasound inspectors follow, searching for hidden cracks. Every weld must hold. Every seam must be perfect. The ocean does not forgive. In the shipyard, blocks are lifted one by cranes taller than skyscrapers. Each movement is a slow dance, hundreds of tons swinging on steel cables, guided by men with hand signals. The dry dock is a cathedral of steel and echoes. Every block must fit with millimeter precision. A gap too wide, and the structure could twist under its own weight. Robotic welders stitch steel seams together, sparks raining like fireworks in the night. At night, the dock glows as if it were a city of fire. Workers hammer, test, and measure, their tools echoing across the water. Slowly, the skeleton grows. A flat bow emerges. Towers of steel begin to stretch upward. Day after day, piece by piece, the bones of a floating city rise. From the distance, it looks less like a ship and more like a skyscraper lying sideways across the harbor.
Watch your step here.
All right, I'm good.
Over here.
At the core of the carrier lies a machine smaller than a house, but powerful enough to move 100,000 tons of steel across oceans. A nuclear reactor, armored on every side, is lowered deep inside. Its uranium core will burn quietly for 2 decades, without a single refuel. From the reactor, steam flows into turbines larger than city buses. Shafts longer than subway cars spin colossal bronze propellers, each blade taller than a man. Engineers check every alignment, tightening bolts with wrenches as big as tree trunks. The vibration is tested, the sound measured because in silence beneath the sea, the smallest tremor can betray its position. Here beats the invisible heart of the fortress, quiet, unseen, unstoppable. The flight deck is the defining feature of a carrier. 300 meters of reinforced steel stretch across the hull, wide enough to carry nearly 80 fighter jets. The plates are welded, polished, and coated with layers of anti-skid surface, a runway built to endure thousands of violent landings. Every bolt must hold, every layer must resist the heat of afterburners and the pounding of jet tires. Above it rises the island tower, bristling with antennas, radar domes, and windows. This tower is the brain of the ship. From here, commanders control the deck, the skies, and even the battlefield miles away. Step inside, and you find walls of glowing screens, radios crackling, and officers guiding invisible wars with a flick of the wrist. The deck is not just a runway. It is a battlefield in the sky, and every inch of it must survive thunder, fire, and steel.
Wow, look at that, eh?
It is so big.
A carrier is not just steel and engines. It is a fortress armed with intelligence and firepower. The Aegis radar system is installed, spinning and scanning the skies for threats. Vertical launch cells are fitted with missiles, hidden beneath armored doors, ready to rise in seconds. Phalanx CIWS turrets, Gatling guns, spitting 4,000 rounds per minute, stand guard like mechanical knights. Miles of cables snake through corridors, connecting sensors to command rooms. Technicians test circuits, watching green lights blink alive, one by one. The hum of servers fills the air. In war, there is no second chance. If a missile appears on radar, the carrier has only seconds to respond. Every cable, every screen, every circuit must work flawlessly, because hesitation means destruction.
We have a strong signal, sir.
Confirming coordinates.
At last, the dock doors open. The sea rushes in, lifting the steel giant from its cradle. Engines ignite, and the carrier surges forward, waves breaking against its bow. Tests begin immediately. Speed trials push turbines to their limit, turning steel into a blur across the water.
Are you certain?
The ship is turned hard to port, then starboard engineers measure how the hull bends under strain. Water sprays across the deck as the ship carves arcs in the ocean. Then, the ultimate test, the launch of aircraft. Pilots strap in, engines scream, catapults slam them into the sky. Seconds later, they land again, arresting wires catching them with bone-shattering force. Again and again, the cycle repeats: launch, land, launch, land. Every crash of steel on deck, every vibration, every ripple of the hull is recorded. Only after surviving storms, trials, and months of punishing tests does the giant finally earn its name, an American aircraft carrier.
Flight 23, cleared for departure.
From raw steel to floating fortress, the journey is complete. Born in fire, built with precision, tested by the ocean, and crowned with power. This is not just a ship, it is a city, a fortress, a symbol. When it moves, it carries an airfield, an army, and the weight of a superpower. For America, an aircraft carrier is more than a weapon. It is a statement to the world. Here we are. Here, we rule. And from the first spark of steel to the roar of jets, the carrier remains the ultimate proof that power can be forged.